Welcome to the Philippines' premier motor show. This is Autofocus. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa. Here are our features on this edition of your electronic magazine, exclusive to the automobile and its industry.
Starting off with reviews of two vehicle models presently in the local market, a subcompact crossover from GAC, the GS3, and a light-duty truck from Isuzu, the N-Series Smoother AMT. Plus a feature-to-feature comparison of two subcompact SUVs, the Ford Territory Titanium Plus AVT versus Geely Coolray 1.5 Sport Turbo. On AutoPedia, we'll talk about the importance of following your vehicle's preventive maintenance schedule. Together with the latest news and developments in the local auto industry, we shall have the highlights of the Isuzu Subics opening as our special feature.
The next 60 minutes is all about the automobile. This is Autofocus, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards, to push, to the extremes. To race, race, race. That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition. So you too can race yours.
Kailangan ng maaasahan, kailangan ng matibay, pang matagalan kasama mo sa pag-unlad ng negosyo. Modernong disenyo, kaya-kaya ang kargo mo ng tatak na ito. Isuzu Travis, level up with Isuzu. Level up mo yung negosyo. Isuzu Travis, level up with Isuzu. Level up with Isuzu Travis.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the automobile show. We start this edition of your electronic magazine with a review of one of the latest automobile models from GAC. The subcompact crossover is perhaps the fastest growing segment in the local automotive market. This car takes a look at one entry into this crowded market from Chinese car manufacturer GAC Motor.
Since it joined the local automotive market in 2018, GAC Motor Philippines has quickly grown its local lineup of vehicles to include sedans, MPVs, SUVs, and crossovers. Its entry into the subcompact crossover market is a GAC GS3. At 4,350mm long, 1,825mm wide, and 1,655mm tall, and with a 2,560mm long wheelbase, the GAC GS3 is among the longer, wider and taller entries in the 5-seater subcompact segment. The GS3 can stand out in a crowd of crossovers with its distinctive grille with the large GAC logo front and center, the eagle-eye halogen headlamps, the unique rear LED combination lights that outline an infinity symbol when lit, as well as a floating roof design. Soft curves and sharp lines project both a sporty yet elegant persona that should appeal both to the young and youngish. GAC Motor offers three variants of the GS3 at three price points: the entry-level 1.5 Gas AT GS, the mid-level 1.5 AT Premier, and the top-of-the-line 1.3 Gas AT GE. They can be easily distinguished from each other by wheel and tire sizes. The entry-level comes with 16-inch rims and 65 series tires, the mid-level with 17-inch rims and 60 series tires, and the top-of-the-line with 18-inch rims and 55 series tires. The Premier and the 1.3 GE come with LED daytime running lights and front fog lamps. All have power adjustable side mirrors, but only the top-of-the-line 1.3 GE come with power folding as well as defogging and defrosting functions. Also distinguishing the 1.3 GE is the shark fin antenna. The top-of-the-line GS3 comes with smart keyless entry and one-button start. All three share the same dark and elegant interior motif, with lots of soft touch surfaces in the leatherette trim steering wheel. They also share a 6-way adjustable driver's seat and 4-way adjustable front passenger seat. Both the two more expensive variants come with multifunction steering wheel. The Premier and the GE get leather and leatherette trim seats, while the entry-level GS3 feature fabric upholstery. The mid-level and top-of-the-line GS3 also feature front power windows, automatic air conditioning with negative ion air filter and second-row air vents, sun visors with illuminated vanity mirrors, and 12-volt power outlet in the cargo area. Only the top-of-the-line GS3 is equipped with folding center armrests with cup holders on the second-row seat. Only the two top variants feature an 8-inch TFT color screen display for the infotainment, Bluetooth hands-free phone system, rear row USB port, 6 speakers, as well as the cruise control. The entry-level GS3 only have your basic AM, FM, and MP3 WMA player with front USB port and 4 speakers. The 1.5 GS and the 1.5 Premier are powered by a 1,495cc gasoline engine that generates 113 horsepower and 150 Nm of torque. The 1.3G is powered by a 1,325cc turbocharged gasoline engine that generates 136 horsepower and 202 Nm of torque. All variants feature the all-new Aisin 6-speed automatic transmission that sends power to the front wheels, as well as an eco-drive mode to help save fuel. The GS3 also comes standard with front McPherson-type independent suspension, twisting beam suspension in the rear, and all-wheel disc brakes, ventilated in front and solid in the rear. It also comes with electric power steering. All GS3 variants offered locally share a lot of safety features as standard. These include dual front airbags, front row seatbelts with pre-tensioners and force limiters, ISOFIX child safety anchors, second row child safety door lock, impact sensing, door unlock. Also standard are passive and active safety features including electronic stability program, anti-lock brake system with electronic brake force distribution, traction control system, hydraulic brake assist, hill start hold control, and hill descent control. Both the Premier and the 1.3G are equipped with front side airbags, but only the top-of-the-line GS3 feature electronic parking brake with auto hold, as well as the tire pressure monitoring system.
GAC Motor has not been shy about proclaiming that it is a Chinese manufacturer and distributor of world-class vehicles. After all, the Philippines is just one of 26 countries in 5 major regions of the world where it has established its presence. The latest auto industry news and developments right after this break.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards, to push, to the extremes, to race, race, race. That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition, so you too can race yours.
Welcome back to Autofocus. We now have the latest auto industry news.
Zamboanga City has acquired 98 units of the Isuzu Travis light truck as part of its Barangay Emergency Group program. Isuzu Philippines Corporation through Isuzu Zamboanga has turned over to the Zamboanga City government a fleet of Isuzu Travis rescue vehicle units equipped with strobe lights and built-in siren and PA system and 1 unit spine board. The city government plans to distribute the Travis rescue vehicles to barangays to enable them to provide immediate response during emergencies and calamities. City government officials cited that apart from the competitive pricing, they also took into consideration the fuel efficiency of Isuzu Travis, making it convenient and ideal for multi-purpose trips in the barangays. The Travis is powered by a Euro 4 rated 4JA1 2.5-liter direct injection common rail blue powered diesel engine with a 5-speed manual transmission and is rated to carry up to 1.6 tons of payload. During the One Full Tank Challenge conducted by IPC, observed and certified by the Automobile Association of the Philippines, the Travis was able to travel up to 1,063 kilometers with one full tank of 50 liters. Mototesto Overland Equipment, in cooperation with Petron Philippines and Motolite, is holding the first ever overlanding competition with more than 1 million pesos worth of prizes up for grabs. Held simultaneously with the 6th Philippine Overland Expo, the Philippine Overland Expedition Pacific Coast Challenge takes place on October 12 to 6.
Overlanding camp called the Overland Expo Philippines is running since 2015. So we created this event to showcase and promote the overlanding lifestyle. So this time, this is the first na merong expedition challenge. So we're planning to continue it like the Overland Expo, that we can run the event simultaneously.
The overlanding competition is open to at least 30 teams composed of 6 persons and 3 4x4 vehicles each. Over 4 days and 3 nights, the teams will compete in fulfilling various quests during a 285-kilometer overlanding expedition from San Fernando in Pampanga to General Nakar in Quezon over a route that includes some 160 kilometers of paved roads and 120 kilometers of gravel, sand, mud, rocky trails, and river crossings.
It's not a race na pabilisan. It's a race na you have to be able to work as a team and able to support and help yung ibang team. So ito yung kakaibang race siya. This is the first here in the Philippines.
The Overland Expo and Expedition is supported by celebrity Richard Gutierrez, who was at the press conference announcing the event.
I'm here to support my friends who's organizing this event, and I'm also going to be joining the event not as a participant but as to help the team, the organizers behind it.
The Levante GT Hybrid is now available locally through Modena Motorsports, the official distributor of Maserati in the Philippines. The Levante is the second Maserati hybrid model to be offered locally following the Ghibli hybrid sedan.
Actually, this is just the first step to electrification. This is a mild hybrid. It means it will charge during and when you drive the car. It's not a plug-in hybrid. And this is still true to the history and passion of Maserati to bring the agility and speed of the car, and of course saves fuel, of course, also.
The Levante is the first Maserati SUV to come with a hybrid powertrain that comes in a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, an all-wheel drive system, and limited-slip self-locking mechanical rear differential. Powered by a mild hybrid powertrain that comprises a 2-liter inline-4 engine and 48-volt e-motor that combined generates 330 horsepower and 450 Nm of torque. The Levante Hybrid has a top speed of over 240 km per hour and can go from 0 to 100 kph in 6 seconds.
Just want to invite everyone, the car enthusiasts, those who want to experience the Maserati brand. We are open here in BGC every day. The pandemic is almost over, and we're now open to everyone who wants to test drive and experience the Maserati brand.
Those are the latest news and developments in the automotive industry. We shall take another short break. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards. To push. To the extremes. To race. 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 That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition. So you too can race yours.
Introducing the all-new Isuzu D-Max into new heights.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Here's our feature-to-feature comparison of the latest automobile models belonging to the same category on Head to Head. This edition of Head to Head pits on a spec-to-spec comparo of two subcompact SUVs that have made quite an impact on the local automotive scene.
Automakers are rolling out subcompact SUVs equipped with the latest technology and upgrades for safety, performance, comfort, and connectivity. Two models that have been well received locally are the Ford Territory Titanium Plus CVT and the Geely Coolray 1.5 Sport Turbo. The Ford Territory Titanium Plus CVT is 4,580mm long, 1,936mm wide, and 1,674mm at its highest point with a 180mm ground clearance. The Geely Coolray 1.5 Sport Turbo is 4,330mm long, 1,795mm wide, and 1,609mm at its highest point. It has a minimum ground clearance of 196mm and 2,600mm wheelbase. Ford fitted the Territory Titanium Plus with all LED headlamps, front and rear fog lamps, tail lamps, the power adjustable, power folding, heated side mirrors with integrated turn lights. It also comes with chrome door handles, shark fin antenna, rear spoiler, roof rails, an 18-inch alloy wheel strap by 235/50 R18 tires, and a panoramic sunroof. Geely dressed the Coolray 1.5 Sport Turbo with a distinctive expanding Cosmos grille design, a striking headlamp design with LED projector and daytime running lights, LED fog lamps in the faux side air ducts, and 18-inch rims and 215/55 R18 tires. The Coolray Sport also comes with a panoramic sunroof and two-tone body. The cabin of the Ford Territory Titanium Plus features seats in perforated leather, soft-touch door panels and trim, center console, and leather-wrapped steering wheel that tilts and telescopes. The front seats are ventilated. The driver's seat power adjusts 10 ways. The front passenger seat manually adjusts 4 ways. The rear seat back splits and folds 60/40. The dash features a 10-inch display for the fully digital instrument cluster with 3 interchangeable design themes. Comfort and convenience features include smart keyless entry with push-button start, power windows, speed-sensing central door locks, automatic air conditioning, auto-dimming rear view mirror with USB port, 7-cup and bottle holders, auxiliary 12-volt outlet, as well as cabin air filter. The Coolray 1.5 Sport Turbo is equipped with smart entry and push-button start system with remote start function. It also features a 7-inch LCD instrument panel and a large flat-bottom steering wheel with electronic power steering and controls for audio, hands-free phone, and cruise control. The top-of-the-line Coolray comes with sport-type leather-feel seats, chrome interior door details, and sporty touches like the jet throttle-inspired shifter. The Ford Territory Titanium Plus comes with a 10-inch touchscreen with adjustable quad view, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, 3 USB ports for charging and 1 for data, wireless charging, and 8 speakers. Coolray features a 10.25-inch floating infotainment panel with Geely's GK-UI Smart Ecosystem that integrates onboard entertainment, connectivity, and vehicle management. It also allows driver to interact via car with voice commands. Powering the Territory Titanium Plus is a 1,490cc 4-cylinder inline EcoBoost gasoline engine that generates 143 PS from 4,500 to 5,200 revolutions per minute and 225 Nm of torque at 1,500 to 4,000 RPM. The engine is mated to a continuously variable transmission with sport mode that drives the front wheels. The Ford Territory suspension uses front McPherson struts and rear multi-link system. The brake system uses front vented and rear solid discs. Underneath the hood of the Coolray is a 1.5-liter turbocharged gasoline engine with dual VVT technology producing a maximum 177 horsepower at 5,500 revolutions per minute and 255 Nm of torque at 1,500 to 4,000 RPM. The engine is mated to a 7-speed dual wet clutch transmission transmitting power to the front wheels. The Coolray suspension system uses McPherson struts in front and torsion beams in the rear. It also comes with all-wheel disc brakes and an electronic parking brake. Ford equipped the Territory Titanium Plus with advanced driver assist technologies that includes anti-lock brake system with electronic brake force distribution, auto brake hold function, traction control, hill launch assist, adaptive cruise control with forward collision warning, lane departure warning, and blind spot information system that uses high-definition 360-degree cameras and parking sensors in front and back. It also comes with an enhanced active park assist system that allows the car to park itself. Added for safety are 3-point ELR seatbelts for 5, with the driver and front seat passenger getting 3 tensioners, child seat ISOFIX anchorage points, and 6 airbags. Geely equipped the cooler with electronic stability control system, entire pressure monitoring system, electronic parking brake and auto hold, blind spot detection, and 360-degree panoramic video camera system. It also comes with dual front and side airbags and seatbelts for all 5 occupants. The Geely Sport also features an automated parking assist system.
The subcompact SUV market is crowded with attractive and affordable options, and buyers are advised to take a closer look at what each brand, model, and variant offers, and what each doesn't offer.
Suzuki Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style.
Be it fine dining, a romantic garden wedding, a relaxed casual meal, or an important business event, Ilustrado is the place to go. Aside from its famed paella, the Ilustrado restaurant, which is located within the history-laden walled city of Intramuros, is also the favorite destination of food gourmands for its famous callos and lengua and other classic gustatory offerings. Ilustrado restaurant, only for the foodies.
Motul is the most trusted motor oil of the top teams competing in some of the world's most grueling race competitions, the WRC, the WTCC, and the Japan GT. Motul is the only 100% fully synthetic motor oil in the market. It has antioxidant properties that prevent premature thickening and aging due to thermal stress and guarantees total engine protection. For more information about Motul engine oils, visit www.motul.com.ph.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Our special feature is next. Isuzu Philippines has just added another dealership to its already extensive dealer network. The newest addition, Isuzu Subic, manifests the new Isuzu outlet standardization design.
Today, Isuzu Philippines is celebrating another milestone as we open a new outlet here in the Subic. This latest addition is part of our company direction to continue to increase the number of our dealerships so that we can serve more areas, especially in the province. With the help of Isuzu Subic, Isuzu promises to continue to provide quality products and excellent sales and services. Isuzu Subic is located on the west coast of Luzon, within the first-class municipality of Zambales. Aside from the popularity of this place as a destination of weekend visitors from Metro Manila, Subic Bay is considered as one of the fastest growing provinces in the Western Luzon for business, leisure, or simply to live in. That is why, together with Velocity Motor Sales Corporation, we are proud that Isuzu is opening its doors here in Subic, showcasing our new Isuzu Outlet Standard or IOS with bigger showroom and service shop areas that can accommodate not just light commercial vehicles, but heavy-duty trucks as well.
The grand opening of Isuzu Subic marks the official opening of our doors to consumers, especially catering to individuals and business owners in Central Luzon. Our aim is to give them solutions by providing the right vehicle for their logistic requirements and also to cater to their parts and servicing needs. Isuzu Subic, operated by Velocity Motor Sales Corp, is part of the Howe family business, which has a history of 44 years in the automotive industry. Started by our matriarch, Mary Howe, along with the help of family and partners, our company eventually grew from a small parts store in Pasay City to servicing a wider market with a growing set of products and services. With family being at the core value of our companies, Isuzu Subic will have the same care for its partners and clients and will always strive to maintain this value as we provide the Philippines with the #1 truck brand.
Isuzu Subic, operated by Velocity Motor Sales Corp, is part of the Howe family business, which has a history of 44 years in the automotive industry. Started by our matriarch, Mary Howe, along with the help of family and partners, our company eventually grew from a small parts store in Pasay City to offering a wider market with a growing set of products and services. With family being at the core value of our companies, Isuzu Subic will have the same care for its partners and clients and will always strive to maintain this value as we provide the Philippines with the #1 truck brand.
Our partnership with Velocity Motor Sales Corporation came into realization back in 2019. After hitting several obstructions brought by the pandemic, finally the day has come. And we are excited to open our doors and help support the recovery of both industrial and commercial activity here in Subic area.
Let me take this opportunity to invite all customers, especially those residing in Subic and areas nearby, to please come and visit our new dealership located at Gateway of Subic. Maraming salamat po.
Isuzu Subic is ideally located to provide the transportation requirements of Zambales, in particular, the Subic Freeport Zone that is primed to become one of the most competitive international services and logistics centers in Southeast Asia.
Ambition. It's not a destination, nor a finish line. It's what you keep racing towards, to push, to the extremes, to race, race, race. That's when you find the limit. That's our ambition, so you too can race yours.
Welcome back. We have more cars for you to know and appreciate as we have our second car review this week. Isuzu Philippines says it listens to its clients about what they want and need to have in light-duty trucks and other models in its lineup. One of the newer members of its commercial vehicle lineup is the NLR 85ES Smoother. Meets a lot of these wants and needs.
For over 2 decades now, Isuzu has been the #1 truck brand in the country, led in part by its popular light-duty N-Series trucks. Over the years, Isuzu says it introduced innovative features that made driving and operating trucks all the more comfortable for drivers and more cost-effective for operators. Among the latest N trucks rolled out locally is the NLR 85ES Smoother with cab and chassis that can serve as a platform for passenger vans, aluminum cargo vans, and refrigerated vans, among other uses.
At Isuzu, we value the comment and suggestion of our customers, which is why we work side by side and check on their actual truck operation. In this way, we can come out with the best business solution to the customer's need.
The Smoother shares the same hexapod design for the cab that maximizes interior space. The fascia is designed to provide good aerodynamic flow that should help keep fuel costs down. Climbing into the Smoother is made easier with the vertical handles on the wide doors that open to reveal the convenient step, as well as the grab handles on the door pillar. The seats are surprisingly comfortable and can be reclined for better fit. The steering wheel tilts and telescopes for optimal driving position for better and should be of great use to drivers over long trips.
As we work closely with our customers, we try to assess their challenges such as driver's fatigue and high maintenance costs. With the new N-Series Smoother truck, we are trying to address all of those, as it's proven by our new automatic manual transmission or AMT, coupled with our durable and very reliable Isuzu 4JJ1 TCC engine. This truck is very easy to drive, using only 2 pedals in its operation. It decreases driver's fatigue, especially in long hours on road or heavy traffic in Metro Manila.
The seat provides good visibility through the expansive front windshield as well as the windows that slant downwards, offering a better view of what's beside and just in front of the truck. The large side mirrors also help provide a better view of what's around and beside the truck. The dash features high visibility instrumentation dials with warning lights and switches perfectly positioned for easier viewing and operation. A nod to our smart connectivity world is the presence of a USB charger for phones and other gadgets. Many truck operators now track their units using GPS apps on phones. The Smoother comes standard with central door locking and power windows as well as a radio tuner with USB connection and 2 speakers. Air conditioning comes as an option. In giving the NLR 85 SE truck the Smoother tag, Isuzu may have wanted to highlight its smooth handling and performance for a light-duty commercial truck. The Smoother is powered by Isuzu's vaunted reliable Isuzu 4JJ1 TCC engine, a 2,999cc 4-cylinder powerhouse with intercooled turbocharger and CRDI tech that generates a maximum 124 PS at 2,600 RPM and 354 Nm of torque at 1,500 RPM. That's power and torque more than enough for its class and listed gross payload of 2,610 kilograms. Those not familiar with driving light-duty commercial trucks will find operating the Smoother surprisingly easy, especially with automated manual transmission or AMT. Isuzu says the AMT is a manual transmission with an intelligent gear-shifting computer-controlled system that allows it to function like an automatic without the need of a clutch pedal. The AMT comes with Econo mode that can be actuated with a push of a button. In Econo mode, the gear shifts come earlier for greater fuel efficiency. The driver can also have some control over gear shifts by sliding over the shifter to the side and toggle gear shifts up or down. The AMT makes driving in stop-and-go traffic or in hilly road conditions a breeze and less fatiguing. Aside from making it easier and economical to drive the Smoother, the AMT will make trucking operations more cost-effective in the long run. No more expenses for maintaining, adjusting, and replacing clutch systems. Isuzu says the additional expense for investing in the AMT can be recovered in as little as 3 years of operations, all from lower maintenance and fuel costs. Aside from handling the vehicle with longer, taller, and wider dimensions, the Smoother is 4,730mm long, 2,475mm wide, and 2,190mm at its highest point. Also taking a bit of getting used to for newbies driving commercial trucks is the vacuum and drum type braking system. Still, the smoother can surprise newbies by how it handles bumps and other road imperfections with its multi-leaf spring system on both front and rear.
This year, Isuzu, aside from introducing new and innovative products such as the smoother, to celebrate our 25 years anniversary, we will be shifting towards sustainability with programs such as ongoing eco-driving seminars for fleet, free on-truck scheme, and soon, we will be introducing more environment-friendly program within the year. This is of course in the aim to promote a more sustainable and eco-friendly route for Isuzu in the years to come.
Isuzu says it is making sustainability a major part of its program for growth and development. The smoother can be said to be part of this shift. Know more about your car and how to take care of it here on Autopedia.
So here in Speed Lab, it's not all about making cars go fast and more horsepower, more torque and all of that. We also do boring stuff like maintenance, like on this 2009 Montero. It's a 10-year-old car. Things start to happen. Noises start to come out. You'll hear tok tok tok, ting ting ting, nyik nyik. That's normal for pretty much any car. Anything mechanical that moves will eventually develop some sort of sound because it's wear and tear over time. We already took this car out for a test drive, and from initially what we can tell, steering rack needs work because when you turn it, there's a tok 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 sound. And when you brake, there's also a clunk sound. So that means we have to check the brakes as well. It's actually, you don't have to wait for the various sounds to come out. The reason why it's called PMS is called Preventive Maintenance Service. You prevent it from happening before it happens. So, very good example, stabilizer bushings. These normally wear out anywhere from a year to about 3 years, depending on the car. You don't have to wait for it to have a sound. But the bad part about being in the Philippines is, hindi pa sira yan, wag mo palitan. Thereby, there is no prevention that's happening. Pag sira na, saka mo papalitan. That is always the mentality of the Filipino people. Kasi, hindi sira, bakit ko papalitan? Gastos lang yan. And then when you ask for an estimate from the CASA of the preventive maintenance schedule, they include a lot of things. Let's say stabilizer bushing, shock absorber, axle boot, CV joint, shock mounting. All of these things are not broken yet, but about to break, will break, can possibly break. And then you get surprised of the bill. Oh, ba't ang dami? So it's more of a culture thing more than anything else. So if you really want a properly maintained car, even if it's not broke, you change it. The CASA's job is to maintain your car. Maintenance means you keep it running problem-free. Things like weird sounds coming from the suspension, there is already a problem. When the CASA gives you an enormous long list of things that need to be changed, it is because it is what, let's say, Honda or Toyota, the factory gives them. Okay, at X number of kilometers, change this, change that, even if it's not broken, for worry-free performance for the next X number of kilometers or miles. This may look very daunting to almost anyone. Your car is in pieces. Parang nangyari sa kotse ko, nakalas lahat. But that's the thing about cars. As long as it moves, it will break down, it will wear out. And the only real way to tell if a part is really worn out is not just by looking at it. You have to take it out and test it. A very good example is this one. Most everybody knows this is a shock absorber. This is what happens to a shock when it's not working. I mean, it looks okay. There's no leak. Physically and visually, everything looks fine. But you should be able to push it down easily and it should go up. Well, I can't push it down and it don't go up no more. So, hindi na yung ginagawa trabaho. It is absorbing no shock in your car. So the result is actually matalbog yung kotse or matagtag. In this case, it's matagtag because it is resisting the motion of the spring. So this shock is effectively throw away. Other small things that get broken are almost always rubber related. The metal itself, let's say this one, this is the ball joint. Itong bakal hindi naman nasisira to eh. I mean, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, overall this is fine. but the bearing inside here is actually a cup and a ball. Over time, pag gumagalaw, it wears out and gets loose. This, I should not be able to move by hand. Hindi dapat malambot to, dapat matigas to. And then, the easiest way to figure it out, if there's something wrong with it, you hit it really hard like this. This happens when you steer the car, so in this Montero's case, sabi niya, pag todo liko, may tumutunog na tok tok tok. Chances are it's this one. So that's another thing. Small non-critical items are like this one, steering axle boot. This is still on the car, physically, okay naman ah. But only pag tinanggal mo, dun mo malalaman na punit na pala. And oil, grease will leak out through here. And pag nawalan ng grasa, umiingay yung pyesa. So we're changing it with a new one. Fresh and new. No hole, no nothing. Other items that have ball joints like this one, this is also part of the steering assembly. This is also soft. I should not be able to move this by hand, so should not make that sound also. So tapon na rin to. We have replacement parts for pretty much anything available on the market. If the Casa has it, there's always an equivalent replacement part. Cheaper than Casa, pretty much just as good also. Other things that we look out for are items that get worn out, like here, brake shoe. This is especially true for drum brake cars because it is behind the brake shoe, as in hindi mo nakikita. Part of periodic maintenance actually involves taking this entire thing out and physically checking the brake shoe here. This, by the way, is already, we replaced the brake shoe, and this is the original size, ganon kakapal. This is what your brake shoe is now, less than half the size already, so palitin na. And among other things, that brake rotors for the front. As you notice, this is very shiny right now because this has been refaced. This is the cheaper way to do it. You can actually reface rotors up to about 2 times before they get too thin to reface, and then you have to replace it because this does get worn down over time. So this is still fine. Most of the kalampag and other things that narinig mo while driving is pretty much suspension related. So periodic maintenance means visually checking each and every part by a shop that knows what it's doing, and then if needed be, take out the part to physically inspect it and test, like what we just did a while ago, to see if it's still working as it should. This is also why if you delay periodic maintenance and then wait until na medyo madami ng sira, when you ask for an estimate from the Casa or another shop, mahaba yung listahan. Eh, madaming sira eh. And can you tipid yung paggawa? Of course you can. No, gagawin mo lang to, ayaw mo to kasi mahal. Ayaw mo rin to kasi mahal. Ito, tsaka na to. But just like a person, you cure one ailment, the rest of the ailment are still there. Madadamay at madadamay yan. Your brake pad is actually here, manipis na rin nga eh. That's less than half. New brake pads are like this. Old brake pads versus new brake pad. This is what's left on the old brake pad. This is what a new brake pad is. So times 2. Yes, they are now ceramic brakes. There are no more metallic brakes. There are no more asbestos brakes, as some of them old timers may remember. So it's pretty much this one. They're all ceramic now. So the noise and other weird noises are pretty much a thing of the past already. This is what's the inside of your drum brake. Looks pretty daunting na parang, dami naman yan, yan. This is the one that does the handbrake. This is the piston. Pag tumapak ka ng preno, fluid goes here, bumubuka to para itulak dun sa brake shoe. That's what actually does the braking. This thing here is the handbrake. Yung ratatatat narinig mo, ito yon. Here, fresh delivery from KYB Philippines, we have a set of new shocks for the Montero. This, by the way, is a KYB XLG. XLG is their line of OEM quality replacement shock absorbers. They are most normally known as KYB Color Black. Very simple. And it has to look exactly the same as your original shock absorber. Kailangan pareho itsura nito. Pag hindi pareho itsura, hindi papasok sa kotse. Same height, same everything. Remember the shock where it is so hard to push down and don't go up? Your new shock absorber should be fairly easy to push down and goes back up. This one will give you back the ride comfort in your car. Okay, our maintenance on the Montero is done. We've replaced a bunch of items in the suspension, most notably the shock absorbers, the rubber bushings underneath, stabilizer links, and a few maintenance items like axle boot, it's torn, replace that, and almost all the kalampag and noise and tick 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 tok 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 sounds are not present anymore. I won't say it drives like brand new, but it definitely drives a lot better than before it came into the shop and had all of this done. Then after everything, we put it on the dyno again and then we retuned it. So we got 200 horses, not bad for a 10-year-old car. So once again, like the name says, PMS, Preventive Maintenance Service. You prevent it from breaking down. So bago masira, palitan. Wag yung Filipino way na pagsira at saka papalitan. So here at Speed Lab, we not only do racing and performance stuff, we actually do maintenance also, the boring things. Change oil, spark plug, engine overhaul we have to do also, because first and foremost, if you want more power from your car, you have to make sure that your car is running well and in good condition first. You can't make a car more powerful if there's a bunch of problems wrong with it. So we have to address that, and that's what we do also. Anything mechanical as far as engine and suspension related is concerned, we also do that. Have a problem with your car, weird noises, bring it over to the shop so we can test drive it, and most importantly, we can hear what the sounds are, because you can message us through Facebook also, but saying something like, may ingay yung kotse ko at may kalampag does not really help us in diagnosing what the noise is. So it's better to bring the car in for us to see, test drive. You drive it, you let us hear what the noises are, and then together we can look at the car and we can point out, oh, ito, this is the potential problem, this is what we see, ito may tulo, ito may tagas, and all of that. So at least you get a first-hand view and what exactly is wrong with your car, and to know that, okay, these are the things that I need to replace.
That's our feature on Autopedia this week. Taking care of your ride has been made easier. And that's Autofocus this week. We hope you have found this edition of your electronic automobile magazine informative as well as entertaining. Check us out on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. On behalf of my dad, Butch Gamboa, this has been your host, Ray Louie Gamboa. Please stay safe and healthy.